The 15th season for the RMU women's hockey team is on the doorstep. Exhibition against Concordia coming up here at the Island, 3 o'clock on Saturday. I'm Matt Gajtka, joined by head coach Paul Colontino, entering his 9th season. And Coach, excitement I'm sure is building right now among you, the staff, and the team, coming off 3 consecutive CHA regular season championships. The challenge, I guess, is how do you keep that going? So how have you gone about building that culture again here this fall?
Well, obviously this fall, I think more than ever, you're just focused on the now, like the present, and maybe you bring up those things. Hey, we've coming off of 3 straight consecutive regular seasons. It's really, that's not even in the forefront of our mind right now. There's such a short time frame in terms of getting ready for this exhibition game. Like, this exhibition game is literally our first official day of practice. So you just don't have that much time to focus on the past per se. You trust your leaders, you trust your seniors, your juniors, your upperclassmen to continue to set, establish, and then raise the bar for the culture and how we want to do things. I know from their standpoint, they're just real happy to start playing games and be out of preseason. So they, like us, aren't thinking of, hey, what last year was like or whatever it may be, because the truth is, it's a brand new season. It's where we are right now, and for us, our motto has always been one game at a time, and the next game is the most important game on our schedule. And for us, that's Saturday, that's Concordia.
How would you define Colonials hockey as you and your associate head coach Logan Biddle have come to develop that over the past several years?
Well, I think over the the years, we've tried to, in truth, set a culture where we have a strong work ethic combined with people who care, and to top it off, we have highly skilled, highly talented student athletes. When you can combine a very high level of skill sets with people that have the work ethic and drive on a daily basis to use them, that combo is just outstanding by itself. But when you add that third component of people who care and people who have pride in what the program and the university does and how we do things, that third component, I think, is what sets us apart from many teams in the country.
Well, you mentioned leadership. News this week, you named the captains. You named J.C. Gebhardt as your captain, then the associates or the alternates, depending on how you want to look at it, LeCavalier, Marcuzzi, and Templeman. Let's talk about J.C., though, first. Coming off a 51-point season, the best in that way in program history. But you were telling me earlier this week it's not so much about the production as it is about her attitude day to day.
Absolutely. She really does embody what we do and what we talk about here within the program. Her consistency is literally off the charts in terms of whatever she does, whether it's on the ice, in the weight room, in the classroom. She has an uncanny ability to literally give 100, 110% with everything she does. So she's an individual that has a very large care factor. She's just really, not to say embodies, but she's a great role model for our younger student athletes that are coming in on just what it takes and the drive, that you have to get better every single day. And like you said, hey, she's coming off a great season last year, 51 points. I almost guarantee you that it's not even in her forefront either. She's just like, okay, the next game, can't wait to play. Let's get after it. And that's the kind of attitude you want. So from top down, that ripples through our team. It trickles through everybody that, hey, this is what we're focused on, and let's get this one under our belt.
How do you go about those decisions in appointing captains? And then, of course, on top of that, you want everyone to be a leader in their own way, right?
Absolutely. We've kind of said it for a few years in the sense, we feel pretty lucky in the sense that we have a lot of strong leadership that is spread throughout all our classes. This year, obviously, we have our 3 seniors all as formal captains. We have, a junior mixed in there. We could have had a few other juniors mixed in there. It's almost like, when do you draw the line, right? It's a great situation when you're in it as a coach to feel like you can't name everybody, a captain, or put a letter on it because you want to. But at the same time, if you were to flip that scenario where as a coach you're like, geez, who's our captain or who are, I mean, that's obviously a scary one. And I can say in terms of the coaching staff, and I think even, throughout our players, we aren't in that situation, because we have a lot of great leaders on our team and we have strong leadership throughout the classes. And our goal as a team, as a program, is to keep developing, as leaders. And just because you don't have a letter doesn't mean you're not leading and you're not contributing. And I think that's a part of our culture that our players understand, they get. And whether you're a freshman, a sophomore, it doesn't matter. When you have an opportunity to lead or you excel at something, we expect them to. And that's known. And because of that, we have a team of 23 leaders. And that is fantastic. That's exactly where we want to be.
More news this offseason going into this season, the addition of an old player here at RMU, a former player, Jen Kindrett, to the coaching staff. She joins Logan Biddle. She actually played under Logan Biddle going back about a decade ago. So that's got to be fun. What can she add to the mix with your staff?
It's great to have her back, and already she's brought a wealth of knowledge with her. And I had the opportunity to coach her for a couple years here on my first 2 years before she moved on. She was a part of that first championship team. She saw, a culture change, from 1 year to the next. She has experience in winning, those championships. And then she has the experience of being outside of Robert Morris and gaining experience through different programs, through different teams. So she brings back with her just a wealth of knowledge. And, when you like to look at things as a melting pot, that's what you need. So she knows what we strive for here at Robert Morris. She knows how we want to do things. And now she brings back just, again, like I said, a wealth of knowledge and experience from other parts of the globe in essence. And when you can do that with one of your own alumni, it's just, again, it's a great situation.
Well, and lastly, I mentioned the exhibition against Concordia. You brought it up. Players are eager to get out there. I'm sure you're eager to get behind the bench again. What are you looking for from your team as you take on a pretty good squad, which already has picked up a few wins here this month?
Yeah, without a doubt. No, they're good. I think they're going to be about maybe 3 games ahead of us. I think they'll have 3 under their belt officially, so we'll check on that. But to get going this weekend, get on the ice, go through the routine, and then also obviously work to win a game. That's our goal. We want to be on top of all our systems. We want to, get through that game process, get that heart rate up, get that competitive drive stewing, because regardless of how many times you practice beforehand, what drills you do, until you got the game jersey on and you are face to face with an opponent, it is hard to mimic that. So it'll be great for us to do all that, and at the same time strive to win win the game and get some great shifts and production and some great some scenarios from power play to PK, all those things before we move into an NCAA game. So in short, yeah, that's the goal. A little bit of everything, and work to kind of iron things out.
Well, we look forward to seeing the Colonials on the ice behind us Saturday at 3. Once again, part of a 15-year alumni gathering as well for the women's hockey team. So that'll be fun too. If you can't catch it here live, go to rmucolonials.com or watch on Stretch Internet. Talk to you next time.